Transplantation. Transplantation is a medical procedure in which an organ, cell, or tissue from the body of donor is transplanted to the body of recipient. It is done in order to replace the missing or damaged organ. Now, while transplanting an organ or tissue, sometimes it happens that the recipient lymphocytes recognize the transplanted organ, cell, or tissue as non-self and starts producing antibodies against it. Now, antibodies produced by the recipient causes the organ to be destroyed in a process called organ rejection. In order to stop organ rejection, tissue typing is done. A person's antigens are determined in their genes, so tissues from family members are sometimes a good match. If it is not possible, then tissues and organs from people who are not related to the patient can be tested to see if they match those of recipient. Tissue typing reduces the chances of organ rejection. Along with tissue typing, immunosuppressant drugs are given to the patient so that his immune response reduces. Blood transfusion is done to replace blood from the donor to the recipient in case of injury or illness. Blood cells have antigens on their surface, and as a result of these antigens, we have different blood groups. There are many antigens, but the most common ones are A and B antigens. Combination of these antigens produces ABO blood system, and we get blood group A, B, AB, and O. Here you can see different blood groups. So people who have blood group A have antigens A on their surface and antibodies B in their plasma. B blood group have antigens B on their surface and antibodies A in their plasma. AB blood group have both antigens A and B, but they do not have any antibodies in their plasma. Group O people, they do not have any antigens on their surface, but they have antibodies A and B in their plasma. Absence of antibodies in AB blood group makes it universal recipient. They can receive blood from any blood group individuals. And group O do not have antigens on their surface, which makes it universal donor. So if you have blood group O, so you can be called as universal donor because you can donate your blood to any individual. Now blood group A have blood cells containing A antigens and B antibodies in their plasma. They cannot have blood from B or AB individuals. Why? Because B blood group have antibodies A in their plasma. So these antibodies can destroy the antigens A on the red blood cells. Therefore, they cannot obtain blood from B individuals or AB individuals. Why from AB individuals? Because A blood group have antibodies B in their plasma. So it can actually destroy antigen B present on the surface of the red blood cells. They can take blood from A or O blood, because O blood do not have antigens on their surface. Therefore, they can be donated to all the blood groups. Group B, these blood cells have antigen B and they have antibodies A. They also cannot take from A and AB blood but can take from B and O. You can see here type AB blood, they have both antigens A and B and they do not have antibodies. So because no antibodies are there, therefore they can take blood from A, B and O. Type O blood, they do not have any antigens. Absence of antigens makes it a universal donor. This blood can be donated to all the individuals having blood group A, B, AB, or O. The consequences of an incompatible blood transfusion. Now, what happens if the blood transfusion is incompatible? So, see, there are blood cells, they have surface antigens, and these are antibodies which are opposing antibodies. Now these antibodies bind with antigens and they just clump all the red blood cells together. This clumping is called agglutination, and it results in hemolysis. Hemolysis means red blood cells destruction, red blood cells destroyed. So this is an example of cell rejection. So in order to avoid hemolysis, tissue typing is done. Thanks for watching.